Up next on Line TV, we have a touching story with Kat Brimman about the Teacher of the Year, as she also features the Line of the Week.
And me, Bo Brimman, with all your updates on college football. All that more, Line TV starts now.
Welcome back to Line TV. I'm Reagan Tyler.
And I'm Jayla Chase. Let's dive right into some announcements. SHS has a food pantry that provides students with food bags to take home every weekend. You must complete a Google form if you would like to get a bag each week. Students can sign up anytime during the school year to start getting a weekly bag. Students should pick up their food bag after 7th period on Fridays before you leave school. If you have any questions, please speak to Ms. Jenna in room 204 or Ms. Edelman in room 306. All students' information will be kept private.
10th grade BMI assessments are scheduled for January 22nd. Refusal forms are due back January 20th. No telephone refusals will be accepted. In the event of inclement weather, screenings will be performed the week of January 26th. Please contact Nurse Amy if you have any questions.
The final day to register for ASU BB classes is today and end at 3:30. Every year, the school district chooses one outstanding teacher for their Teacher of the Year.
That teacher was the high school's very own Miss English. A couple of her colleagues had these kind words in this video.
Miss English has been teaching special education here at Searcy High School, and her dedication and work in her classroom is phenomenal. And the support that she provides for them is really amazing.
You see her all over the place. She's in the cafeteria, she's in the outside at the buses, she's out at the car duty. She just does everything. She makes sure that all the kids are where they need to be. She's making sure that all of us teachers are where we need to be.
Miss English is deserving of this honor because of the work that she does that most people don't see. She spends a lot of time not only supporting students but other staff. She is the lead special education teacher for Searcy High School, which means behind the scenes, if we need extra help or if there's something that she can do to help support the teachers and the paraprofessionals on this campus, then she steps in to do that. And that takes a lot of work that is extra on top of what she's doing in her classroom.
When it comes to the unified activities that go on, she shines in that area. She loves to have the interaction between the partners and the athletes, and it just is such a tremendous thing to watch her get those kids together and to mesh like they do. It's something very special to watch.
Miss English always says to Mr. Landers and I especially, I know y'all think I'm crazy. I have this crazy idea, but what if we tried this? And it's never a crazy idea. It's always student-led, student-focused, and it ends up being something great that kids are really going to be able to grow from.
If they need help with a special project, like in oral communications or art or something like that, and they go to her and they say, I really need help on this. I've had kids come back and show me and say, look, Miss English helped me do this and I got a really good grade.
So it takes really understanding your students, understanding how they learn, but then developing lessons to meet each individual learner's needs.
She may have a class with 10 kids in it and there may be 9 different ways that she's teaching the same lesson. Our goal and her goal is to make sure that they can do the best that they can when they get out of high school. She has opened up a way for this work-based learning for some of the students that actually get to earn money for the services that they do. That's something that the parents are very happy with.
She's an encourager of others, and I would just say to her, thanks for encouraging me and being a coworker and helping me feel comfortable as being new to Searcy. But most importantly, thank you for what you do for kids.
She's very deserving. If I could wish one thing for you. I would wish that her parents were able to be a part of this. Unfortunately, Tiffany doesn't have that now, and I just wish for her that she had them to be in this with.
She really cares about the kids, and she doesn't see their differences. She sees their abilities.
That is amazing.
Miss English works really hard to bring out the best in her students. Congratulations. The University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, in collaboration with several state and academic partners, has released new findings from a statewide survey examining how Arkansas healthcare facilities screen for social determinants of health and the challenges they face in addressing them. According to UAMS, social determinants of health and non-medical factors that influence a person's health well-being. These include education, access to healthcare, environmental conditions, economic stability, and social and community context factors that cannot typically be treated inside a doctor's office.
Iran's judiciary head said Wednesday there would be fast trials and executions ahead for suspects detained in nationwide protests despite a warning from the U.S. President Donald Trump. Activists had warned hangings of those detained could come soon. The security force crackdown on the demonstrations had killed at least 2,500 people, according to the U.S.-based human rights activist news agency. The current death toll exceeds that of any round protest of unrest in Iran in decades and recalls the chaos surrounding the country's 1979 Islamic Revolution.
The leader of Canada is visiting China this week for the first time in nearly a decade, a bid to rebuild the country's fractured relations with the world's second-largest economy and reduce Canada's dependence on the United States. The push by Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, who arrives Wednesday, is part of a major rethink as ties sour with the U.S., the world's #1 economy and the largest trading partner for Canada by far.
The weather has got me longing for the spring.
I know. Let's send it over to Liz to see how the rest of this week will go.
Good morning, Cersei High. Happy Friday. Let's get right into your weather updates. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 55. Rain is at 17%, and your winds are west at 8 miles per hour. Humidity is 48%, and your sun rose at 7:14 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low of 28. Rain will be at 3%. Your winds are going to be west-northwest at 6 miles per hour. Humidity is 57%, and your sun will set at 5:19 p.m. Onto the almanac. Your last 7 days average has been a high of 73, a low of 25. Your monthly average of precipitation is 3.58, and your month to date is 0.95 inches. Onto the 5cast. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 45, a low of 17, and a 0% chance of rain. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 41, a low of 26, and a 0% chance of rain. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 43, a low of 18, and a 2% chance of rain. Tuesday will be sunny with a high of 46, a low of 31, and a 4% chance of rain. And Wednesday will be a high of 55, a low of 34, and a 23% chance of rain. That's all the weather updates I have for you. Have a great weekend. Now back to the news desk.
All this weather talk is making me hungry. Do you know what's for lunch today?
I do. Today for lunch we'll be having jumbo crispy chicken tenders, classic cheese pizza, chicken and chili crispito, beefy enchiladas, seasoned taco beef, classic chicken sandwich, fresh whole fruit, and milk.
That sounds good. Make sure to always show your appreciation to our lunch ladies for all they do.
Speaking of showing appreciation, Kat Bridman has a story on our outstanding freshman as this week's line of the week.
Welcome back, Cersei, to a new episode of Line of the Week, and today I have Bailey Ashcraft, who will be telling us about life as a freshman. So Bailey, tell me a little bit about yourself and your experience here at Cersei High School.
Well, I'm 14. I've been here all my life, and yeah, I'm in the band. I think it's really fun. It was like hard at first because I had to find my way around, but other than that, it's just like, it's really fun.
What were your first impressions of Cersei High School?
It was a little intimidating because like you see so much people like so much older than you, and you see people like already have jobs, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be me one day. But then when you get used to it, you're just like, this isn't really that bad. So.
What do you consider your biggest weakness and how are you working to improve it?
My biggest weakness is probably studying. I hate studying. And English. I hate English. But like really, it's like I sort of make it like a game. It's like funner that way, and so you're more able to like study and like do all that stuff. So.
And finally, if you had a chance to talk to an 8th grader about life as a freshman, what would you say?
I would say that really it's not as like scary as it seems, and really just like mind your own beeswax and you'll be good.
Well, thank you, Bailey. Well, Cersei, that's all the time left in this week's Line of the Week. I'm Kat Bramman, sending it back to the anchors of the news desk.
Thanks, Kat.
It's always important to show appreciation to the members of our student body.
Hey, Reagan, are you a big fan of college football?
I am, and Bo Bramlett has an update for the college football championship game.
Happy Friday, Cersei High. I'm Bo Bramlett, and let's dive in right into some sports announcements for the week. Following up on our girls and boys basketball games this past Tuesday, the girls had an unfortunate loss where they faced off against Greene County Tech, where they went on to lose 68-35. This sets their overall record at 1-16 and their conference record at 0-2. The girls team would look to bounce back later today, where they would travel to Marion seeking their first conference victory. On the boys' side, they also had a tough loss against a strong Greene County Tech team, with a final score of 62-42, setting their overall record at 10-8, conference record 0-2. After the first quarter ended, the Cersei Lion Arena displayed a video of senior Jalen Clifton in the hospital, wishing his team luck for the game, showing great progress during his recovery process.
I just want to wish my teammates and my coaches good luck as they play against Greene County Tech. And I just want to thank everybody in the community for praying for me and just wishing the best for me. And I just want to thank everybody again.
Jalen suffered a spinal stroke in their game against Nettleton, leaving everyone in disbelief as he was having an outstanding senior season. At halftime of the game, sophomore quarterback Jacob Miles was awarded the Newcomer of the Year award for the 2025 after having an impressive season, leading his team to an overall record of 9-2, showing great signs for the future to come. The boys basketball team will travel to Marion today to face off against the Patriots, hoping to bounce back and earn their first conference victory. In national news, Arkansas Razorbacks faced off against South Carolina at home, coming off an embarrassing road loss against Auburn, losing by 22. After the game, Coach Calipari said in a press conference that was not his team and to move on to the next, and that's exactly what happened. The Hogs came out rolling, going up 50-38 at halftime, but they weren't going to let off the gas, scoring 58 more points in the second half, winning 108-74, showing critics that Arkansas is a true threat in the SEC. The Hogs were led by freshman guard Malik Thomas, scoring 21 off the bench, and Nick Pringle scoring 15 on his former team. In the NFL, divisional rounds are set. The LA Rams will face the #1 seed in the NFC, Seattle Seahawks. The San Francisco 49ers will face off against the Chicago Bears. The Houston Texans will face off against the #1 seed in the AFC, the Denver Broncos, and the Patriots will face off against the Buffalo Bills. This is coming off an electric wildcard week, where many games will be decided down to the wire. One game to highlight is the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. Green Bay's quarterback would start the game off hot in the first half, throwing for 3 touchdowns, putting the Packers up 21-3 in the first half. The Bears defense would show a little light in the third quarter, holding Green Bay to no points, but the Bears would only make a field goal, making the score 21-6 going into the fourth. But Chicago wasn't ready to end their season, scoring 25 points in the fourth quarter, winning 31-27. In college football, the national title game is set, where the Indiana Hoosiers will face off against the Miami Hurricanes. Indiana will come into the game as the clear favorite, standing undefeated on the season, defeating the Oregon Ducks 56-22 in the previous game. Miami is coming into the game with an impressive season of their own, going 10-2 in the regular season and defeating Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss in the college football playoff. Well, that's all the sports updates I have for you, Cersei. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bo. Also, don't forget, school is out on Monday for Martin Luther King's Day.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Line TV.
And to follow us on X at Line TV, Instagram at Cersei Line TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Line TV. Signing off, I'm Jayla Chase.
And I'm Reagan Tyler. See you next week, Cersei.